Fig's close friend, television superstar Marky Post, who at the time was the star of the NBC sitcom Night Court, charged Mr. Fig said, "I was ordered to buy photos from a photographer who lived in Malibu. He had been on the lot and snapped Bill and Marky alone in a car. I arranged a $10,000 payoff in cash. Used bills, always used bills. Incredibly, or perhaps not, the photographer's studio burned down the night before, but I don't know anything about that and I don't want to." Fix number 2 occurred on June 3rd, 1993. said Flora.